Aging is not simply about the number of years you've been alive, it's about how well your body continues to function. And perhaps more importantly, how well your brain continues to function. Most people focus on exercise for weight loss, appearance, or cardiovascular health. But one of the most powerful reasons to exercise, and one of the most overlooked, is its profound effect on protecting the aging brain. Now, traditionally, people have used very simple formulas to determine how hard they should exercise. Most of us have heard the old equation, 220 minus your age. And while that may provide a rough estimate of your maximum heart rate, the problem is that it treats everyone the same. But we are not the same. Two people can both be 60 years old, yet one may have the cardiovascular system of a 40-year-old, while the other may already be struggling with fatigue, poor endurance, and reduced recovery capacity. Age alone does not tell the full story. And that's why I believe we need to move beyond generic age-based formulas and begin looking at something far more precise, something called heart rate reserve. Heart rate reserve takes into account not only your age, but also your resting heart rate, which gives us a much clearer picture of how your cardiovascular system is actually functioning. In simple terms, it measures the difference between where your heart rests and where it is capable of performing at maximum effort. And that gap matters, because that reserve reflects your body's ability to adapt to physical stress, recover efficiently, and deliver oxygen-rich blood throughout the body, including the brain. And this is where things become incredibly important. Your brain is one of the most metabolically active organs in your body. It requires a tremendous amount of oxygen and nutrient delivery to function properly. And as we age, maintaining healthy blood flow to the brain becomes critical for preserving memory, concentration, processing speed, and overall cognitive performance. This is why exercise is so powerful. But not just random exercise. Targeted, intelligent exercise. When we use heart rate reserve to guide exercise intensity, we stop guessing. We begin training according to the unique physiology of our own body rather than relying on generalized averages. And that precision matters because both extremes can become problematic. If the exercise intensity is too low, the body is understimulated and we fail to create the physiologic adaptations necessary for improvement. But if the intensity is too high, especially for aging adults, we can create excessive stress, poor recovery, elevated inflammation, and nervous system fatigue. The goal is not simply to exercise harder. The goal is to exercise smarter. And one of the most beneficial zones for most people, especially those over 50, is what we call Zone 2 training. This is a moderate intensity level where you're breathing a little harder, but can still comfortably carry on a conversation. And this is where the magic really begins to happen. Zone 2 training improves mitochondrial efficiency, increases cardiovascular endurance, enhances fat metabolism, and most importantly, improves cerebral blood flow to the brain. Research continues to show that properly dosed aerobic exercise may help stimulate neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new neural connections, adapt, and remain resilient as we age. Think about that for a moment. You are not just training your muscles. You are training the vascular system that nourishes your brain. You are improving circulation. You are increasing oxygen delivery. You are supporting the very system responsible for keeping you mentally sharp and physically independent. And that changes the entire purpose of exercise. This is no longer about chasing exhaustion. It's no longer about punishing the body. It's about preserving function, protecting cognition, extending quality of life, and building a body and brain that continue to serve you well for decades to come. Because ultimately, longevity is not simply about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. It's about waking up with energy, thinking clearly, moving confidently, remaining independent, and continuing to enjoy the people and experiences that matter most to you. So if you take one thing away from this video, let it be this: stop viewing exercise as punishment. Start viewing it as one of the most powerful investments you can make in the future health of your brain and body. Train with intention. Train with precision. And remember, The goal is not simply to live longer, it's to live stronger, sharper, and better every single year of your life.